And then this is being filed against the American Academy of Religion.
That's correct.
And do you have a location that you visited?
They're coming to San Diego in November for their big annual event.
Okay. Okay. So why don't you? Why don't you just tell me what happened?
I'm an academic, and I submitted some papers for their big meeting. Submit every year. I'm an independent scholar for I don't know how long. I've been a member since, I want to say, 2010. They're coming to San Diego, which is like the second largest military community in the Western Hemisphere, and I caught wind that the presidential theme is violence, nonviolence, and the margins. My work, I'm a combat veteran. I went to Iraq in 2004. I was involved in peace activism from 2006 until the present day. And I have two master's degrees, so I'm uniquely qualified to speak to violence, nonviolence, and the margins, especially in religion. One of my papers even addressed it directly. One of the papers I submitted was titled "A New Israel Indeed: The Marginalization of Military Communities from Zebulon and Naphtali to Korea and Vietnam." And I submitted 4 different papers. All of them were rejected, which was a little surprising because of where they're holding their gathering, what the presidential theme is, and what my qualifications are.
What was the reason that they were denied? Did they give a reason?
No, it's unique in that each paper is submitted to a program unit. Each program unit is independently responsible for reviewing these submissions. So when all 4 of them got rejected, I emailed the executive director and the relevant staff people saying, this is weird because I spent 6 years in the Army, a year in combat or more, and you want to talk about violence, nonviolence, and you are literally marginalizing military voices while you want to meet in a city of over 200,000 military service members, dependents, and veterans. And they invited me to contact the program chairs themselves. When the papers were rejected, I looked into their diversity and inclusion stuff, and I discovered that military and veteran status is specifically excluded from every aspect of their organization. They have a non-discrimination statement in their bylaws that I pointed out omits military and veteran status. They have what are called status committees to assist up-and-coming academics like women, gender minorities, racial minorities. There's no status committee for veterans, and there never has been to my knowledge. And I asked for a review of the submission procedures, because if the program units chose to go with other papers that had less to do or were less qualified to speak directly on the theme, then that's their problem. I'm not gonna pick a fight with the people who maybe the bias is coming from. And so I sent them a series of emails to this effect, and they basically said, F off, you're a bully, and you're making threats. I was born and raised in California, in Tustin, in Orange County, and I was really pleased to discover that California protects veterans under Section 12920 and has for about 10 years. Okay, and so you feel like your veteran status is being discriminated because you have that background and everything, and yet your submissions were rejected, and when you reached out about it, they basically blew you off, right? I don't believe it's a feeling. I believe it's a fact that they specifically exclude a protected class.
Okay.
Subsection B of 12920 specifically prohibits labor organizations from making protected classes second-class citizens or second-class members. Subsection K specifically prohibits or specifically requires that reasonable steps be taken to prevent discrimination. I contend they are in violation of both subsection B, as in Bravo, and subsection K, as in Kilo.
And then what is your remedy in this? What are you looking for?
I've told them if they don't want to abide by California's civil rights laws, they can take their business elsewhere. I'm seeking an injunction to bar them from doing business in the state until they're ready to abide by our laws.